So if you could be kind enough to hit that subscribe button, that would mean a lot to me.
That they look like they're not okay. They're like physically crying. But the thing is, realistically, that person isolates themselves so they look okay in terms of for you, they put this face on. And we always say that he had this face on for us to seem that he was okay. Like my little brother like still like sleeps with my parents. He didn't have his own room. He slept in the middle of my parents, did not really like sleeps alone. So how can you tell that kid was not okay when every night he goes to his parents? But he, leading up to that day, he isolated himself from his friends, didn't attend classes. We just thought, oh, he's just rebelling. He's like, he's always on his phone. He's just stressed because university applications are coming up. We couldn't tell it physically. We were just like, okay, yeah, he's fine. He's an independent kid. He doesn't talk a lot. Maybe that's why. But the thing about Tamil community is that they also question after it happens. They're like, oh, why didn't you say anything? How could you have not known? But we're not educated on these signs that this kid is isolating himself because he's not doing okay. My mom kind of did tell like a bit, and she was already planning to book days off to take care of him before graduation. But by then it was too late. But hopefully through Varman Small, we are able to like educate people and educate especially parents what those signs are and how to kind of react to that. It's not like they're always suicidal, but at least help them mentally because they are going through a lot. Especially when it comes to suicide, I speaking from my parents' experience and their point of view is that they feel like they have not done enough or they did too much and this kid still did it regardless. But the main thing is the community talking. Our community is amazing, but that little one thing is that I know that not all of them mean to be harmed, but some questions are triggering. People ask, it's like, oh, why did they do that? How did they do that? Why are you not taking care of yourself? Or why don't you sell your house and go somewhere else because you're not doing okay? Do you need help? Or like even for my mom, it's like, oh wow, like she's dressing all nice even though she lost her kid. They look so happy. It's like questions on questions when it's not needed. Instead, there was no support for these families because after they lost that kid to suicide, there was just all these stigma. It's like I even got asked that did my brother pass away because of a love failure, which is crazy to me because he's a 17-year-old kid. So there's all these people who aren't educated about suicide. Why does it happen? About mental health specifically and mental illness. So they ask these questions that really trigger these families that make them isolate because they're already going through so much grief. You don't want to be bombarded with this. You want support and comfort.